After the fall of the CIS, most of the droid manufacturers were destroyed and the B1, B2, and many other of the known models were discontinued or ignored. Let's explore what droids the Empire used and some of their different variants. Probe droids were the scouts of the Empire that had 5 arms and were equipped with 5 sensors for gathering samples. It had sensors that could track motion, radiation levels, sound, magnetic images, and a holo camera. Its repulsor lift generator allowed it to fly around any terrain while defending itself with a light blaster cannon. Any transmissions sent by probe droids were encrypted, and the droid was often deployed using hyperspace pods. Damaged probe droids had a self-destruct mechanism to remove any risk of them being traced and to hurt enemies. Seeker droids were smaller probe droid companions to Inquisitors or Imperial captains. They were smaller scouts that served to gather information. Their small size allowed them to easily infiltrate bases and stay unnoticed. Some were even equipped with lethal capabilities to take out targets. The ID-9 Seeker specifically had an electroshock probe and blaster. KX series security droids went by multiple names, including Enforcer Droids, Security Droids, or Executor Droids. They were the heartless soldiers of the Empire and carried out any orders that were given to them, including surveillance, enforcement, and genocide. They were towering figures and could take a beating, while also possessing great strength. This allowed them to easily overcome most alien species and use different weapons effectively. They were equipped with either E11 blaster rifles, E22 double-barreled rifles, electro riot batons, or T21 repeating blasters. Director Krennic commanded an enhanced version with bulkier armor named K4D8. There was another named KAOS that was equipped with a shoulder-mounted blaster and Imperial riot shields for arms after having its originals torn off. Darktroopers brought fear to the New Republic due to them being walking tanks. They had armor that was able to withstand blaster fire, flamethrowers, and heavy blunt damage. They also were incredibly powerful with the capability to slowly punch down blast doors. Darktroopers could fly into combat with rocket boosters and take out enemies with their blaster rifles. In Legends, they were much deadlier with shoulder-mounted Seeker missile launchers, concealed wrist blasters, concussion grenades, and thermal detonators. One variant was also equipped with a double-barrel heavy blaster rifle for maximum firepower. Phase 1 and 2 don't appear in canon, but in Legends, Phase 1 was a smaller, weaker-framed droid with a vibro sword and blast shield. Phase 2 upgraded its frame and could be transported in hyperspace pods. It could be equipped with a jump pack, assault cannon, and arc caster. Its arc caster could disable electronics or melt living flesh. EXD Infiltrator droids specialized in recon and spy missions. They often had 2 modes, one being their disguised version and the other being their lethal attack mode. The EXD specifically hid as a protocol droid, but once deployed was equipped with enhanced limbs for advantages in strength, nimbleness, and firepower. They could take multiple shots while still being able to jump around and run at enhanced capabilities to most droids. If they needed to change disguises or sustain themselves longer, Infiltrator droids could tear apart other droids for parts or to drain their power. Some advanced Infiltrator droids use hologram technology and voice communicators to disguise themselves as other life forms. ITO Interrogation droids were the fear of every rebel due to its torture capabilities. Most rebel generals knew that captured friends would most likely reveal important information due to this droid's efficiency. Its circular casing was capable of hovering and hid many medical droid devices that were modified to induce pain. It was equipped with a sonic torture device, electroshock probe, drug syringes, flesh peelers, joint cripplers, mind probe, and most importantly, a truth serum. To ensure it was getting accurate information, the ITO had a biofeedback monitor to determine if the truth was being told or not. Sentry droids were towering, heavily armed droids equipped with dual wrist blasters. They were slower droids but could take multiple blaster shots before being taken down. They were often training droids due to their weapons being able to have stun options, and we also see them help Grand Admiral Thrawn in his training. Besides training, the Sentry Droid was used to guard areas due to the intimidating presence and their strong holding power with their twin blasters. HK-87 Assassin Droids served as both bodyguards and enforcers. They had advanced combat capabilities, giving them the power to combat key targets and even Jedi. They could be equipped with different melee weapons and blasters, with Morgan Elsbeth specifically having A350 blaster rifles, E5 blaster rifles, or electro staffs. Once destroyed, it had a self-destruct module that could level entire buildings. The HK model comes from ancient times dating back to the Old Republic of Legends. TIE Pilot Droid was a TIE fighter that was automated. It had additional armor and rectangular wing panels with adjustable pitch. They could reach faster speeds, were smaller, and of course very expendable due to not having a pilot. The loss of the pilot allowed the ship to be equipped with increased shielding. Multiple wars and tests proved that no matter how well programmed the droid is, they can never outperform sentient pilots. MSE-6 droids, also known as mouse droids, were often stationed on star destroyers or space stations for delivery and maintenance. They carried out cleanup, basic repairs, security, communication, or circuitry assignments. They could only do one task at a time, which led to them often traveling in chains to complete multiple tasks together. The mouse droid needed to be programmed with the mapping of entire bases in order to fulfill its task effectively, so it was equipped with a meltdown self-destruct system to prevent capture. And those are the different droids the Empire used. Of course, they also used R2 and protocol units, and throughout its time, with some even being dark assassin droids that really fall under the infiltration droid category. Let me know which was your favorite. Thanks for watching.